Hey guys, this video is going to be about the Gladiator products that I own. I've been collecting these products for probably the last 5 or 6 years, give or take, and I've got a various amount of the Gladiator products. And I'm not going to go through each product and do a review. I think I'm just going to shoot one video, and cover what I own and my opinions of them. So let's get started. The number one product that I own from Gladiator, at least the one that I probably rate the best, will be these 30 by 30 fully welded pre-assembled cabinets. Like I said, they're 30 by 30 and I think they're 30 by 30 by 12. Yeah, that's either 10 or 12 inches. I think it's 12. And basically, I use mine to store all my car stuff. So, like in this one, I've got paint and some waxing stuff. Got more stuff over here, more house paint, and I've just got tools and stuff in all of them. Now, let's see. So I've got 3 here, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I've got 8 of those. And to be honest, for these products, I would go and buy these on Black Friday if you can wait, because they're half price. On Black Friday, these 30 by 30 shelving units they're only about, I think they're $90, maybe $100, depending on the sale. I think last time I bought a set, they were $90. So usually what I did was I would buy 2 at a time. So I'd buy these 2, those 2, and then the other pair that I have. But I just bought them pair at a time, and over the course of 5 or 6 years, like I said, I've been collecting these. I've been buying these. They, you'll end up filling up your shop. Now, my garage, this main bay is 30 feet long, so I actually have a ton of them, from going one wall to the other, from front to back. And I got room for another one down there, but honestly, with the door, you can see the garage door rails in the way, so that's probably why I'm not going to put one there. But like I said, I think these are the best product that they make. Everything else is, I'll be honest, is kind of so-so. I've had no issues with these welded units falling apart, and they're very simple to put together, because the only thing you have to do is bolt you can kind of see here, all you have to do is bolt the sliding rail onto the back of the shelf itself. You can't really see it, but yeah. Oh, there it is. You can see it right there. You see, it's a locking nylock nut with just a bolt that goes through it, and you tighten them down, and you're good to go. So that's the 30 by 30 units. The next thing that I have is the stand-up. I think they call this one the locker, because it's got multiple. It's fairly open. The shelves are adjustable, but this one in particular has room for your bigger stuff, and it's not just flat shelving across it. So you can change the shelf, the shelf height. This is mostly my detailing closet. I didn't realize how much Adams stuff I have in here, but so I got my Adams products. There's my Porter cable, and then there's all the empty bottle caps, the sprayers that I haven't used yet. But anyway, this shelving unit, this locker, I think as I call it, this was all pre-assembled. It's all fully welded, so you don't have to assemble anything. The only thing you have to put on in here are the wheels, and those are just 4 bolts each. And what you do is you tip this onto its back, and through the door, open the door, and you tighten the oh, I'm sorry. This one actually, okay, yeah. This one actually there's a plate underneath the shelving unit, the locker unit, that's fully threaded. So all you have to do for these wheels is just bolt the hole through the bottom, like I said with the shelving unit on the floor. Bolt it through the bottom, and you attach your wheels and turn it upright, and you're good to go. And the good thing is these wheels have locking. You can lock the fronts. Now, that is the last of the welded cabinets that I own. Everything else in my shop is the DIY, assemble it yourself, and I'll be honest, some of them suck, some of them are okay. And what I mean by that is these mini cabinets here, I think these are 28 by 28, and I think they're a little bit shallower. No, it's the same depth as the 30 by 30. So the 28 by 28, you have to spend time to assemble these things. And these things, they're steel, so you have to be careful with stripping out the assembly bolts. But the good thing is Gladiator usually tosses in a few extra ones, so if you screw one up, just grab another one and, tighten it down. These things take a while to assemble, and as you can see on the corners, I don't know if the light will show that, but, if you tighten it, when you tighten it down, the sheet metal kind of gets pinched, and the powder coat, I've had the powder coat actually break on a couple of them, but for the most part, you can just see the corners where it's all like, bolted together. Versus the fully welded ones, there's no bolts there. So, so for those, yeah, you kind of have to assemble it yourself. The 28 by 28's not much to review there. These just have 3 shelves in it, one's exposed, and kind of put the stuff you want to grab the most. So for my case, I'm always going to be grabbing your plastic filler tubes for putting oil and various fluids in, and there's some my oil filters. But anyway, I think these are pretty good quality, and actually the bottom of here has a hole in it, so if you wanted to run a shop light underneath this or anything like that, it's already pre-drilled for you. So, or if you wanted to put a cable box or something in here, that would work well for this as too. Or even a stereo. I didn't think about that. You can put a stereo here, so it's because it's got this little cap that you can run in and put any kind of electronic wires down in there. So, but that's the 28 by 28. The next one I have, this is the, I want to say they called it like the organization desk. I have mine mounted really high because I want to be able to open a car door underneath it. But from what I remember, you're supposed to use this as like a mini workbench because you open this and it has safety chains on it. It's like a pickup bed. And you're supposed to use this for a drawing, whatever kind of desk you want. But I use it to store my motor oil because this storage unit, it's the perfect height. You can't fit a 5-quart jug of Mobil 1 5W30. You can't fit that in here. There's just no room. Like these, this is axle gear lube. Yeah, gear lube. It barely fits, so you won't fit a jug of 5W30 in there. So that's what I didn't intend to buy this for that, but I have a big collection of Mobil 1. Well, Walmart had Mobil 1 on clearance. It was like $22 on sale. So, and every single one of my cars takes Mobil 1 5W30. The SS does, the Corvette does, and the Lexus, my girlfriend's Lexus has one as well. That takes Mobil 1 as well. The only thing I don't run Mobil 1 is in my truck, and that I use Shell Rotella. But anyway, this organization desk, whatever you want to call it, I don't use it for that. I don't use it for its original purpose. I use it to store my motor oil, and for me, it's the perfect size. Plus, on top, I got different other kind of oils or chemicals, whatever. But that one you assemble yourself. So anyway, that's the storage organization desk, whatever they want to call it, whatever Gladiator calls it. I'll include the description and part numbers below. So that's that. I should have cleaned up before the video, but this is a real garage, and you know, I need to organize a little bit better, but you can see some of my cleaning stuff and whatever. So, but next part I have is the 6-foot long oak countertop desk, that table, workbench that they sell. Now, this was actually it's a pretty good product. My only complaint was it is heavy as hell. When you are trying to put the legs on and then flip it back up, get a second person to help you, because that tabletop, I want to say that's like 150 pounds, because this desk has this workbench has a weight capacity. I think they said like 4,000 pounds or something crazy. 2,000, it's, you know, it's a couple thousand pounds that it can hold. So that, you know, I think you're supposed to work on a transmission on, or be able to work transmission on, or whatever. But this desk didn't come with the power strip behind it. I got that after I bought the workbench. This actually, because they sell two tabletops. They sell 6-foot, 9-foot, and 4-foot. Something like that. So this actually has some extensions that bolt onto this, but since my power strip is a 6-foot one that is the length of the workbench, I have those in storage somewhere. But that's, you know, this all just bolts together. Just be careful when you tighten this workbench down, the legs, because you don't want to go through the wood. You could easily split the wood. I've had that for a number of years, and minus it being real heavy when you're trying to flip it back up, I've had no issue with it. Oh, and the legs are adjustable. You see all those, see all of the holes for the screws? You can loosen the plastic joint back here, and it'll come off. Pop the screw out, lower it, raise it, push it back in, tighten back down, and you're good to go. The next unit I have is the Gladiator foot locker. I think, yeah, they call it a foot locker. It's got that same top that, actually the top's different. It's got I think it's an oak top that, it's a solid piece of wood. I've honestly got a bunch of crap on it, but this actually comes with 2 shelves that you can open, and there's some of my old Gladiator stuff, and there's actually 2 shelves in it that you can place in it, so you can have 2 rows of shoes the entire length of the foot locker. I honestly am not using it as properly. I just throw stuff in there. So, but there's some, you know, that's the foot locker. The next unit I have is probably the one that I like the least, and that is partially because of the movers that move my stuff. The reason I don't like this unit is because it's a pre-assemble, you know, you got to assemble it yourself. You can see here where the bolts have bent up the sheet metal, and you know, I just don't think that these units are quality, because these doors, they don't latch. And I don't have a lot of stuff in here, to be honest. I mean, I've got a bucket of paint. Actually, that's not any paint. That's, you know, concrete sealer. That's pretty much empty, and a box and a barrel, and a bucket of ready joint mix for your drywall. You know, I don't have a ton of stuff in here, but you know, when I go to close this, these doors just swing. They don't, like, you know, I have to like slam them, and they like to pop loose all the time. And the other problem is that the foot pegs actually got bent from my movers, so the floor is actually not straight. So I had to hammer them down to flatten them out, and I just, for what I paid for it, I just don't think that this is a quality unit. I wish they sold that foot locker that's over there. I wish they sold that in a bigger one of these that's like fully welded, and I know you couldn't ship something like that, but you know, I think it would just be a much better unit. Then over here I have I forget what they call this. This is the multi-door, it's got a slide out shelf in it. This middle shelf actually slides out. So you've got a, you know, you can put your power tools in here and close it. Honestly, I just kind of use it for more junk storage. I need to organize again, apparently. So this one is actually fully welded. The only thing I had to put on was, the doors were locked, those were attached. The only thing I had to put on were the wheels and the bumper guards. You see the little rubber, these little rubber bumper guards? I had to put those on. This unit I kind of bought just to have more shelf space, you know, instead of having to buy a 4-foot shelf with a bunch of crap under it. I ended up just buying, this is what, 3 feet? I think it's probably 30 inches. Yeah, this is a 30 by 30. I just bought that and it fits underneath the workbench. Now I could lower the workbench to be the same height, but you know, I've got wheels, I've got boxes and headers and superchargers and all kinds of crap under there, but so I bought that, and that was, you know, just more storage. So I really like the rack system that they got. That's holding up all of the Gladiator shelves. It's all Gladiator product, and you usually, if you catch it on sale, I think I've seen it as low as $8.99 for a 4-foot section, or maybe even $7.99 for a 4-foot section. But that mounting rack shelving unit, you just screw it into the drywall studs, the studs behind the drywall. Use a finder, stud wall finder. Screw it in there with the drywall screws. Well, they provide you screws that are painted and they charge a premium. Just buy a box of drywall screws. If you really want to cover up the black nails, just paint them with whiteout and you're good to go. I've seen them for $8.99, $7.99. I think their average price is about $10 per piece of the track, and I've got a lot of it. So try to buy them on sale. Oh, and above my TV I have I actually got this as a gift from my girlfriend. That's just a Gladiator shelf. I guess it can hold a bunch of weight, but to be honest, I just put it above the TV so that it was out of the way. I also put some of the raised deck up there, but you know, that's pretty much it for this wall. So these are DIY. Like I said, you know, the bolts, everything you bolt together gets kind of tight. That's awesome. Bug. And everything else in here are just, you know, these slide out. Now this one actually, this unit's not bad, but one of these shelves, you pull it out and it like doesn't want to go back in. How was this one? It must be this top one. Like the track is screwed up. And to be honest, I've had this unit for, these are actually the first 2 things I bought. This was actually my first workbench I ever bought. I think the one on the left was like $230, the one on the right was probably $150. Then I bought the composite top. Well, they no longer sell this composite top. Unfortunately, they got rid of it. Now you can buy that wood square on top of the pull-out, you know, that slide-out shelf on the left. You can buy that for the top here, and you can have the 2 tops individually, but they don't sell it together. So I ended up buying that top. I think it was $100, but they don't make it anymore. They don't sell it anymore. I haven't looked on the internet, but I don't think you can buy it. Got the top, got the wheels, and I wanted this one mobile because if I ever have to pull the SS in and I need more room, I can just, you know, either put the SS up in the air and then roll this whole card away and push it over there. I've done that before, but I haven't had to do that recently. So, but maybe when my next project on the SS, I'll do that. So this one's mobile. It's the first workbench I ever had. And when I had my 2-car garage in my old house, I literally, this whole unit fits underneath that workbench. So I actually had a workbench under a workbench, but you know, hey, whatever. So, but yeah, that's all of the Gladiator products that I own. Hope this video didn't drone on too long, but you know, I'm fairly happy with all of the products that I own. I just wish more of them were fully welded instead of the DIY, assemble it yourself. But for you guys to save the most amount of money when you buy these products, don't buy, you know, like, wait for sales. Don't buy them because you're, you know, if you can wait. I know some people have impulse and they just want to buy stuff, but wait for sales, or do what I do. What I did for most of these products, I bought most of them from Lowe's. Some of them I bought from Home Depot, and some of them I bought from Sears. I bought the tabletop, that whole workbench, except for the electrical panel behind it, except for that plug-in switch panel behind it. I bought that from Sears. Actually, this is a funny story. I bought that when I was in Michigan on Black Friday. I live in North Carolina, but I was in Michigan visiting family. I just ordered it on my phone and selected pickup to the closest Sears that was to my house in North Carolina. You know, I was out of town for the holidays. I actually picked it up on Sunday. I bought it Black Friday, but they had it in stock. I just showed up on Sunday. It was like half price from what the retail price. I think it was still like $200 or $300. I think that's probably $300. But I think these go for $500 normally. So, you know, if you guys, and I bought this from Sears. I bought that from Sears. I bought the 30 by 30 welded ones. I want to say I bought every single one of those from Sears, you know, over the last 5 years, because those go on sale on Black Friday for $90 to $100 when they're like $130 normal. So I bought the table, the workbench, and all the 30 by 30s on Black Friday. I think I bought those. I think I did pay retail price on those for the rolling workbench over there. The cabinet, that I bought that. It was springtime. That was like a July 4th or Memorial Day. You know, if you can wait, buy these products on the holidays, because they're always marked down. You know, Lowe's, Home Depot, Sears, and I've actually bought a few pieces online, but the problem with that is you're buying like bulk steel. You know, this stuff isn't light. It has to get from shipping from the warehouse through the UPS or FedEx, you know, trucking network and all their facilities to your house. So real easily to get some of these damaged. I actually have a damaged panel in the back of the rolling car, but since it was the back panel, I didn't care. I just literally took a block of wood. Like, I think a forklift had hit it, you know, because it was bent pretty bad. So I just took a piece of wood and a hammer. I just hammered it flat and I bolted it to the back. I haven't had a problem with it, but it was a back panel, not the front. If it was the front, I would have been pissed. But, you know, it's in the back. You'll never see it. So, but buy all your stuff, you know, over the holidays. You know, I know money's tight, but that's really when the best deals are. Otherwise, like I was trying to say earlier, find a place that sells it online and go to Lowe's customer service. Just go to your local store, take the item number, like take a screen cap of the page, just print the page. I print in black and white, that way you're not pissing away your ink. Take it to your local Lowe's or Home Depot. I've had better luck with Lowe's. Go to Lowe's, see if they either have the item or they can order the item. And if they order the item, have them price match it. So I've actually had them special order items. Actually, the Foot Locker. I had Lowe's special order the Foot Locker. I want to say that was like $100, $150. I don't remember the price, but found a better price online, and they beat it by 10%. So they special ordered the item. They gave me the Lowe's, you know, beat the internet price by 10%. And I was able to get it shipped to my local store, and I didn't have to pay shipping. So, you know, that's like the best thing for you to do. But, you know, shop online, take it to Lowe's, shop on the holidays, and that's how you're not going to have to pay full retail. I'm pretty cheap when it comes to stuff like that, so I don't pay retail for anything. So, you know, those are probably my best suggestions on how to buy and get a good deal on these products. So thanks for watching this video, and if you got any questions, let me know. Thanks for watching my video, and if you haven't already, please subscribe.